Have you ever imagined what it feels like to wake up in a home worth more than an entire city block? Today, we're diving deep into a world where mansions cost more than entire islands, where guest house means a 10-bedroom villa, and where luxury goes so far it almost becomes absurd. Welcome to the universe of billionaire real estate. Let's begin our journey where opulence meets audacity. Classical building, the One Bel Air, California, $141 million. Nicknamed the One, as if there could ever be another like it, this Bel Air colossus stretches across 105,000 square feet. That's not a typo. That's 50 homes glued together. With 21 bedrooms, 49 bathrooms, a 30-car garage, a skydeck the size of a supermarket, and its very own nightclub, salon, and wellness center, this place is less of a house and more of a luxury amusement park. Originally listed at $500 million, it went to a bankruptcy auction and sold for a humble $141 million. And that, dear viewers, was just the beginning. France Villa Leopolda, French Riviera, $750 million. Once built for King Leopold II of Belgium, this 50-acre seaside estate has hosted royals, survived World War II as a hospital, and been at the center of failed deals, like the Russian billionaire who dropped a $50 million deposit, then walked away. That's the kind of money you lose when your yacht needs refueling. With 11 bedrooms, 14 bathrooms, a private beach, a greenhouse, and 50 gardeners to keep the grounds in shape, Villa Leopolda isn't just a house. It's a living, breathing empire of wealth. Herb Villa Les Cedres, French Riviera, $200 million. What do you get when you mix royalty, botany, and real estate? Villa Les Cedres. This mansion, once owned by the King of Belgium, boasts a 3,000-book plant library and a 35-acre botanical garden with over 15,000 tropical species. Let that sink in. While we're out here trying to keep a succulent alive, these folks are running their own rainforest. It even has an Olympic-sized pool carved into the rocks beside the Mediterranean Sea. And when it sold for $200 million, people called it a bargain. Antilia, Mumbai, India, $2 billion. Owned by Asia's richest man, Mukesh Ambani, Antilia is not a house, it's a skyscraper you live in. Spanning 27 stories and 400,000 square feet, it includes 6 floors just for parking 168 cars, and it requires a staff of 600 to keep it running. It's literally a vertical city with ballrooms, a temple, multiple spas, and a snow room. Yes, a room that produces artificial snow in Mumbai's 90 degrees Fahrenheit heat. The Villa Aurora, Rome, Italy, $471 million, unsold. This 30,000 square foot villa in the heart of Rome is a time capsule of European art history. Its ceiling features the only mural ever painted by Caravaggio, alone worth $360 million. Owned by the same family for over 400 years, Villa Aurora was listed in 2022 for $471 million, and no one bought it. Even billionaires need to think twice when you add $11 million in renovations on top. But still, it stands, regal, ancient, and filled with history you can't put a price on. Well, unless you're asking for nearly $500 million. In Whittenhurst, London, UK, $450 million. London's second largest private home after Buckingham Palace, Whittenhurst covers 90,000 square feet and has features most of us couldn't dream up. A 70-foot ballroom? Check. Private cinema? Naturally. Secretive billionaire owner? Of course. With a 3-story basement housing pools, gyms, and entertainment spaces, it's more underground layer than house. It even moonlights as a filming location for TV shows. Some people watch reality TV, others live in the house it's filmed in. Villa Forenza, Beverly Hills, California, $165 million. Spread over 10 acres in Beverly Hills, Villa Forenza is like if a 5-star resort and a European palace had a baby. The house alone is nearly 29,000 square feet, but the total land is the size of 50 normal residential plots. With 20 bedrooms, 23 bathrooms, a guest house bigger than most homes, and even its own private road, this mansion screams Privacy meets extravagance. When it sold for $165 million in 2021, people called it a deal. Let that sink in. Palazzo di Amore, Beverly Hills, California, $195 million. This isn't just a mansion, it's a vineyard, a nightclub, and a car dealership rolled into one. With 53,000 square feet of living space, a 15,000 square foot entertainment center, its own wine production facility, bowling alley, and even a private gas station, Palazzo di Amore is a billionaire's playground. Oh, and it's got 27-car garage. Because when you make your own wine, you might as well drive something to match. Villa Les Palmes, Côte d'Azur, France, $350 million. This estate features a guest house larger than most people's mansions and a pool fit for an Olympian. It was once the vacation retreat of Microsoft co-founder Paul Allen, who bought it in the 90s for $100 million. It's now worth over $350 million, and that's just the appreciation on a vacation home. Villa Asta, Amalfi Coast, Italy, $400 million. Built on ancient Roman ruins and offering front row seats to the Mediterranean, Villa Asta feels like you're living in a postcard. It has 6 suites, 1,000 species of exotic plants, and ancient artifacts sprinkled throughout the gardens. Despite being damaged during World War II, the villa was restored to better than original condition. You can rent it for $150,000 a week. A small price to pay for pretending you're Caesar for a few days. Buckingham Palace, London, UK, $4.9 billion. Let's raise the stakes. How about a home with 775 rooms, 78 bathrooms, 92 offices, its own post office, and a royal legacy that spans centuries? Buckingham Palace is the gold standard of elite real estate, quite literally. Estimated at nearly $5 billion, it's less of a home and more of a sovereign headquarters. Versailles, France, $50 billion. Yes, you read that right. $50 billion. Versailles is less of a mansion and more of a historical continent. With 700 rooms, 1,250 fireplaces, 67 staircases, and 2,000 acres of landscaped grounds, this palace is the very definition of too much is never enough. Its mirror hall has 357 mirrors across 17 arches, and it was so expensive to build and maintain, it literally helped bankrupt France and spark a revolution. Now that's what we call high maintenance.